come after Jakes and people.
They coming after the PPP loan niggas, man.
Yeah. And they also bought, I think, like 200, 300 bullet rounds, million.
Oh, the hollow
bullets?
point? Yeah, hollow point.
You know, for the federal government.
Yeah.
Why are they doing this? Because they're preparing to come down on these people.
You want me to keep reading this? We'll go to the point that you wanted.
Oh yeah, get to the point.
The point is in verse 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then I understood their end.
Yeah, exactly. Now we understand their end. We understand that they've been given a certain bound that they cannot cross. Right? He's only going to be allowed to go so far. Okay? And then the Lord is finally going to send his only begotten Son, Yahushua, to judge these people and to save us, Lord willing, we are those men, right? To judge the earth. Okay? He's going to put in what they call it, a wrench. He's going to throw a monkey wrench on his plans, you know? Go ahead, bro.
Job 18:5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine.
Yeah, his domain, his reign on the earth, which he ruled in wickedness and great oppression, is finally going to come to an end. Hey, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed it.
Right.
Okay? This is not the end of be all. This is only the end of his domain.
His kingdom.
Yep.
I want to make a quick point.
End of his era.
Yep.
And the brother said it's a false balance because we see all that this man has. He has more than a heart to wish. This is everything he ever wanted. This is the NWO. I was gonna say that, you know, that whole New World Order. It gives him the feeling of the ancient blessing that Isaac gave to Jacob, though.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but it should show us, as shitty as this blessing is that he has and what he's doing with it, to rightfully set the balance of this thing. Most High, you know what he's gonna do for us? Just think about how them elites live. All Israel is gonna live like that.
Bro.
Not just a few.
No.
Not just a few families.
No.
All Israel.
Yeah.
Well, the elected's gonna be on the top.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
course,
now. It's
yeah.
a hierarchy within that, you know.
But now you got Edomite families that's living in poverty.
Right.
You got Edomite families that's poor.
There's gonna be 2/3 Jakes that come back that's gonna be living better than Rothschilds lived on this side.
Yeah, for sure.
They're gonna have everything taken care of. So how much more going up to the top of with the 12 and and so on and so forth, man.
We don't even understand how to properly live, living in these corruptible bodies, these chains of darkness. You know, our minds aren't fully. We don't have the full understanding. And these Edomites, the way they're living, we see that, and our people see that, and they think, oh, they got it good. You see a Rothschild, they got this. Our people are envious. Like, damn, they got it good. They got this, they got that. Oh, he got a jet. He got a helicopter pad. That's nothing compared to what, like the brother said, what we're going to have in the kingdom. And it ain't about the material things. It ain't about the possessions. It's about the wisdom. It's about the mind on how to have these things and how to just be living life. Righteous. Yeah, just live righteous.
They're gonna be one with the earth.
Yeah, kind, bro.
One with the animals, talk to the animals. They talk back, you can understand, you read minds, all that.
God, hey, King Solomon, he prayed for wisdom.
It's white, bro.
You know?
It's white.
Yeah.
King Solomon prayed for wisdom, and the Lord was like, he says, you asked for wisdom, I'm going to give you that, and I'm going to give you everything else too.
That's why he was able, that's why when you have wisdom, that's how you're able to sustain and obtain the wealth and the things in this life.
And when I forgot who might have been
In a
one of
righteous
the
life,
apostles,
not this.
might have been one of the apostles saying, and the way that I forgot who might have been this brother, but when you live by the ways of the scriptures, might have been Elder Yashua, but when he said was when you live the right way according to the scriptures, you the earth and life itself, and like there's certain things that won't ever hit you if you live the right way in the earth. Poverty will never hit you. Sickness won't hit you if you just live by the righteous ways of the scriptures.
You're rewarded for living,
That way,
you know, with the righteous ways.
family goes on forever, living a high life, a high standard, like the way when you live it the right way. This man is doing everything the wrong way. I have Genesis 20. I don't know if somebody else knows right quick. I just want to make a quick point in Genesis 27.
Still reading that.
Yeah, but
Come.
so Genesis 27, I'm gonna hit the blessing he gave Jacob, then I'm gonna hit the blessing he gave Esau. Right? It says, verse 28. It says, "Therefore the Most High gives thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Let the people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that cursed thee, and blessed be he that blessed thee." Right? So think about the levels of that. Anybody that's an enemy with you is gonna be fucked up. Anybody that's for your goodwill, they're gonna be all right. You got control over everything in the earth. So when he goes to Esau to give him, when thou shalt have dominion, which is a small appointed time, that he would have the fuel of earth. I'm gonna read it. But I gotta hit this verse first. Verse 37. And Isaac answered this because he begged him for a blessing. And this is what Isaac told him. He said, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, "Behold, I have made them thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants."
That must have been a cut right there.
Yeah,
He told him
like,
that.
I ain't got shit else to give you. I gave him everything.
I made him Lord.
How can it happen when you have, he's your Lord? I gave him Lord of him and all his brothers over you. How could I ever give you something on that level? I gave him everything. It says, and with corn and wine have I sustained him, and what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, "Have thou but one blessed my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father." Esau lifted up his voice and wept. You know, anyway, it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live." And that's where the difference changed at. He couldn't make him Lord over everything, but he gave him the sword to live by the sword.
Yeah, he was gonna have a small period of time to take over the earth using violence, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Here it go right here. "And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." Of him being Lord over you, you'll have a small time that he's Lord over you. You know? He gave him that little bit of time. So, but it's only that dominion time. You can't offset the prophecy that we're going to be sustained forever. Okay? But in the meantime, this man still wants to offset prophecy and make this dominion last forever.
Yep.
He ain't meant for that.
Yeah, he's being stubborn. You know, the Lord is hardening his heart like he did Pharaoh's. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Esau's heart is being hardened like Pharaoh's heart.
Yep.
You know?
So most likely-
He's doing him the same way, man. And just as he increases his witchcraft and his enchantments and all these bullshit, you know, weaponry that he's gonna unleash, the Lord is gonna release his. He's gonna show his power. For that same reason that the Lord raised up Pharaoh, man, so that his power may be known and shown. You know.
And he's gonna let all flesh know about that power in that same moment of judgment.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. It's kind of lengthy. You have one, Abia? Oh, it's like, yeah, kind of. It's Psalms 10. We rate the top down.
Yeah, throughout. I had it.
Can I
get one real quick? Psalms 52, and I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, "The Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living. The righteous also shall see and fear, and shall laugh at him. Lo, this is the man that made not the Most High his strength,
Yeah.
but trusted in the abundance of his riches, and strengthened himself in his wickedness.
Who's that talking about, right?
Right.
If Job 9 and 24,
Now, where is it?
right?
They talk about him.
This low-level, freaking beastly baseman has the power seat, man. Bringing wicked laws on the earth, you know. He took peace from the earth,
Yeah.
right? Took peace. He took everything by violence. And he's guilty of stealing a man, right? He that stealeth a man, and if he found in his hands, he should be put to death, man.
He broke all like the worst laws.
Esau think he got an accusation against us. No, we got the real testimony. You know?
No, yeah, you're the biggest trafficker on earth. You know, all this crackdown about trafficking, you're known for your traffic. You did it to a whole nation. You trafficked the saints of the Most High. That's what you did.
Sold them. Raped
Trafficked
them.
them, you sold them, you raped them, you exploited them,
Tortured them.
tortured them, tormented them, you divided them, poisoned them,
Identity
stole
their
their
identity.
identities.
Yeah.
You took it too far.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
You took it too far.
When their iniquity had an end.
Yeah.
You know? You didn't let off. Even when you said you set the Southern Kingdom free, right? You just transferred the slave from the private to the corporate.
Yeah.
That's what made me bring that
Public.
LBJ.
You know?
Yeah.
Now you're just a barcode, a UPC number, man. Your product, your cattle. You're not even human to them. They can use you and abuse you in whichever way they want. That's how they see themselves over us.
I got something. Micah chapter 2, verse 1. You can read that Psalm 10. It says, woe unto him that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. They had the dominion to do it. And they accumulate the power, and it's really the power of the killing sword, or the power of the pen now, right? It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And that's exactly what he did to us.
Yeah.
They oppressed us down to our heritage.
It stripped you.
Stripped us of our heritage, but then they still used the things that were beneficial to us, they flipped them and turned them away from us, kept them away from us. They gave us false gods to worship and not our God. They make sure, and they have tax exempt laws that you have to go through them to teach the proper way.
Yeah.
You know, that to keep us away from our God. They gave us all them false images.
Well, they gave us the slave Bibles.
Gave us slave Bibles with all the good meaty stuff we needed to identify with in there.
That was after we started to learn how to read.
Yep.
They
Yeah,
didn't
they
want us
wouldn't
to
even
read.
read. Yeah.
They beat.
Especially the Bible, we got put to death, but we got caught reading.
Yeah, and they beat Christianity into you, man.
Yeah.
Took away your
Okay.
names.
They beat it into us, you know. Within like 2 or 3 generations, we had already forgotten who we were.
Yeah. You got the Northern Kingdom that came over here to try to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and even though they went off eventually, but when them Spaniards and them the French came over here, them conquistadors, they pushed that Christianity. That was it. You know, Jake down there was through, calling themselves El Salvadorians and Colombian, all these by names.
They made up the names
Yeah.
that they would end up calling them.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Hey, now we know why